Once again, we are here at the Energyear Italy, one event that is coming to the energy transition with one of the most important companies in the renewable energy sector. I'm talking about JA Solar. And to talk about this company, I have the pleasure to say hello to Edoardo Pulvirenti. He's Utility Sales Manager for Italy. Thank you for being here today with us.
Hello, Catalina. Thank you for inviting us. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you for being here with us again, because it's always a pleasure to have JA Solar in our cameras. Let's start from the beginning. We are in Italy, so we have to talk about the Italian market. In August, the country reached its highest performance in decades of renewables. What do you think are the main technologies that are driving this innovation, but also what are the challenges that remain?
Thanks for the question. First of all, let me start by saying that surely in Italy, we have been growing a lot with regards to the PV sector, and you can absolutely tell by the numbers, but also we need to look at them carefully because, of course, in August, especially Italy, everything tends to stop for about 2 weeks. So everybody is on holiday, and so, of course, like the energy consumption, I would say, tends to be a little bit less than what usually is, at least from the industrial perspective. And also the solar irradiation is a lot more than average in August. So I would say that like these two factors may lead to a conclusion that we have a better than the real situation, you know. But one thing that we can definitely define as a success is the fact that there is a growing renewable energy share in Italy. We believe as JA Solar that PV has to grow more and has to take more of this share, because so far we are about, I think, 30% renewable energy, but most of this is still, I think, wind. And yeah, so PV has still space to grow. I think we can get to something like 50% renewable energy share. And so there is like, I believe, quite some space for us to grow. And the technologies that have brought us here are definitely, on our side, we've been investing in PERC technology. Yeah. And that efficiency, we were talking about 21%. And now in the last year, we have developed the N-type TopCon technology, which is our, let's say, mainstream technology, and is also like the mainstream technology in the market. And the efficiency went up from 21% to up to 24% plus on the module level, and on the cell level is up to 27%. So not only there has been this very important, very significant improvement under the efficiency, and also under other very important aspects as the degradation of the cell, for instance, or the performance in a low light environment. So there is like a set of advantages with this technology. But I would say one of the most important factor is the ratio within the increased power and the reduced price. So, price is a topic we should, get in maybe later, and it's like a whole topic per se. But surely when a technology enters and step in a market big way, if there is a very strong performance connected with a very competitive price, then that's what you get.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's talk about competitive advantages. Now, you talk about technology, but if you can describe JA Solar in the market, what are your competitive advantages here?
So I would start by saying that JA Solar is one of the long-lasting companies in the market. So it's one of the oldest companies in the PV sector. We've been working for more than 20 years. We are active in Europe and in Italy for more than 10 years. I would say that the market share speaks for itself. So we are, amongst the first 3 top producers in the world, and we have above, 20% more or less market share in the Italian market, for instance. And why? So I would say, first of all, technology. Yeah. So we have been very focused on the technology since the start. JA Solar started as a cell manufacturer. So we were really focused only on the cell, and we were selling cells. And then eventually we decided to integrate the whole process from cell production to assembly of modules. Okay. And this means vertical integration. So I would say the strong focus on technology and the possibility to be fully vertically integrated means that we have a control along all the steps of the process. And so we can not only keep, the technology as high as we can, but also try to control quality and price. And I would say that this is clearly one of the main advantages of JA Solar. But under the market perspective, also the fact that we've been here for long and that we have a solid team, and most of our team members have been there for. I'm in JA Solar. This is my 5th year, but my manager and his manager have been there for more than 10 years. So basically, they even started from China. And why am I saying this is because, of course, like the more you are exposed to a market, the more you are reliable, the more you've been there. And I think it's a proxy for quality and it's a proxy for trust.
And what do you think are the plans for this market, the Italian market with JA Solar? And also if you want to talk about the other markets.
Sure. So let me say that I'm personally involved in the utility scale sales, so in Italy, but our team is responsible for a set of different markets. So we're also working in UK, France, Ireland, Italy, and now from this year we're also working in Greece, the Balkans. So basically we're going pretty much south of Europe. Yeah, I mean, we are already global, but I'm talking about our team.
Yeah.
We have other teams in Spain, we have teams in Germany, we have teams from Australia to the US, so we cover the whole world. But as of plans for expansion, let's focus on Italy as we are here. So on one side, we will see a lot more projects and bigger volume projects coming in next year, since, as you know, there has been the FAIR Acts and there are a set of incentives from the Italian government to push, also from the European Union to push, the development and the construction of utility scale projects. If you wonder why, I mean, surely the geopolitical instability that we're living right now, which is also impacting the price of electricity, I think is having a very important role, because we were already on this path of growing renewable energy, but as soon as the countries are realizing how strategic and fundamental as an asset is energy control, and the fact that like being very dependent on energy is not convenient for nobody, and so we are I think in a good environment to grow and to have investments in this sector, but there are also some things we need to take care of.
Yeah.
So I think we can learn something from Spain. So Spain as a country has started earlier with utility scale projects. And this means that they had an increased renewable energy generation that was very considerable. And then we have seen that there's been some problems. So basically, at some point, it was too much energy. Everybody knows this. And what is the problem here? I would say it's more of a planning and management issue. And I think that it was lucky for Europe in general to experience this case scenario, because we can all learn from each other. And in Italy, we are already starting, for instance, with storage. Because before it was all about producing renewable energy. Now that we are producing quite some renewable energy, it's about managing it. It's about to be able to either generate it nearby the consumption or having a strong grid. Well, in Italy, both of these situations are a little bit delicate, because the sun irradiation is much stronger in the south, but the industry mostly concentrated in the north. So there is some gap, like a real geographical gap, but also with regards to the grid. So the grid in Italy is a little bit old. Terna likely is working as a very important plan of development. There's hundreds of billions of investments in order to bring the grid up to speed with the new age we're living right now, but it's not probably going to be enough per se. So we as manufacturers are also working in storage solutions. So JA Solar is proud to announce the entrance in the storage space. And this is not only a strategic move from us to become a one-stop solar solution for our clients, but it is also a way to suggest that in the near future, only solar generation won't be enough. And it would be very important to be able to store it and use it when it's needed the most. So this is a little bit our plan. And as of now, we are already constructing and commissioning the first industrial projects in Italy with regards to storage. So this is a success. And from next year, we will start delivering our first utility scale BESS solutions.
Eduardo, last but not least, we follow you on different platforms. Where can we find you?
So thanks for the question. I actually forgot to say that you can follow us on LinkedIn and JA Solar for the global brand. And then for European news, you can follow our page JA Solar Europe, where we post, our latest innovations, the projects, and all that may interest you. So please have a look.
Thank you so much for being here today. It's always a pleasure to have JA Solar in their cameras.
Thank you, Catalina. It was a pleasure to talk to you today.